What's the best thing since a web browser? A web browser extension, of course, and I'll tell you all about them coming right up. Hi, I'm Ross Barefoot with Horizon Web Marketing and the Horizon Web Marketing Academy. You know, in our SEO instruction, we're always telling people to reach out for great functionality that they can incorporate into what they're doing to market their websites online. And one of those areas where we recommend great additional functionality is we often will tell them to get one or more browser extensions that will extend or add to the functionality and the usefulness of their browser. Well, in case you're not familiar with the terminology, a web browser is basically anything that you use in order to visit websites. So it could be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Mac's Safari, Microsoft's Internet Explorer or Edge. All of those things are browsers. And every one of those browsers comes a certain way out of the box, but then you can often add a lot more power and a lot more usefulness to the browser by making use of an extension. Let's take a look at one just to illustrate how you find and install extensions on Google's Chrome browser. So here we see in the screen, I've got the Chrome browser open, and I've navigated it to our teaching and training website, the Horizon Web Marketing Academy. And normally you're going to type a website address or a search term up here in the address bar. And then over to the right, you're going to see that there's a number of little icons, and these may not show up in your browser, and you may wonder why. Well, it's because these represent some additional programs that are free that I've installed to my Google Chrome browser. And here's how I do it. I go to these three little dots here, and I'm going to click on them, and then I'm going to have a bunch of menus here, including settings, for example, and one that says more tools. Now I need to move the browser over a little bit and do this again, because when I highlight more tools, it flies out to the right here, and I can see that one of the choices here is extensions. So let me go ahead and select on extensions, and then the behavior is that it opens up a tab, and it'll show me what extensions or what additional programs that I have installed within Chrome browser that add additional functionality. So I've got a few here that are already installed. A very, very common one is Adobe Acrobat that allows me to read Adobe PDF documents within my browser. If I want other extensions, here's how I do that. I go up to the top left, and there's the three lines that we call a hamburger menu, and I'm going to click on that, and then I have this fly out here, and it's kind of buried down at the bottom so that you might not even see it, but down here it's got a choice that says Open Chrome Web Store. So I'm going to click on Open Chrome Web Store, another tab opens, and then this is where Google allows third-party developers to market things like extensions or these additional programs or themes. I'm going to show you one that I use all the time. It's called Open SEO Stats. And so I type it in, hit the Enter key to do a search, and there I see it on the right, Open SEO Stats. This is a free tool, and it's all I have to do to get it is click this blue button that says Add to Chrome, and so I'm going to do that. It'll do this little check, and then it will ask me for permission. It says it can read and change all your data on the websites you visit, so that's a little bit scary, except for the fact I know this is a reputable extension. If you look over here on the right, it gets some high reviews, and it has a lot of reviews, over 6,000 reviews. So this is pretty well known. I think I can trust, and of course, famous last words, right? But I think I can trust that this is a fairly reputable program. So I go down here and I click on Add Extension and wait for a moment. Now keep your eye up here on the top right corner and watch what happens. Suddenly I've got another choice, another little icon. It'll tell me that Open SEO Stats has been added to Chrome, and you can see the icon matches the icon here. I can click the X and make it go away, and you'll see that I've got a little green bar here that says Added. So now this has been added to Chrome, and I can start using it. You'll also see that this green button over here says Rate It. Now, if I want to later, let's say I install this and I suspect that maybe it's causing a problem for my browser, I can go back to the Extensions tab here, and remember I can get to that also through clicking on the three buttons and then highlighting Tools, and then I've got a choice to remove, or if I just want to test whether, let's say, an extension is slowing down the performance of my browser, I can click on this button and disable it. You'll notice in the top right the icon goes away, or then I can click on the button and re-enable it. Now in the case of this particular extension, when I click on it, and when it's first installed, it'll tell you what's new, make that go away. It usually doesn't come up. There's all sorts of stuff that it'll do. Like, for example, I can go to the site info, which will show me a lot of various details about this particular site, which is not really a website at all, but is Chrome. When I go to page info, it'll give me all sorts of SEO statistics on the page. And again, if this was a real website, all of these things would be filled in. Now, the point of this is not to show you a particular extension, show you how to use an extension. It's just to show you how you can make your web browsing experience, and if you're doing search engine optimization, make your SEO far more powerful by making use of browser extensions. So I hope this has been helpful, particularly of those who are at the beginner level and are just learning about great new program functionality like this. Again, my name is Ross Barefoot with the Horizon Web Marketing and the Horizon Web Marketing Academy. Our mission is to train businesses how they can market their websites better, get more traffic, and more sales online. So if you'd like to see more useful videos on how to get these things done, hit the red subscribe button down below, and I'll also give you a link where you can go and learn more about some of the training programs that we have on hand. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking the time with us today.